All right, guys, welcome back. It is May 17th here, and it's what is that? It's a Wednesday. It pretty much makes it a Wednesday. 9 a.m. here. Hold on, I just realized something doesn't feel right. Oh, you know what? This was not aligned. Everything else looking good. Microphone's on. I feel like this week we had a few issues with microphones and whatnot. Okay, so everything's looking good. Pre-market, very slow. I did not do any trades. Kind of unfortunate. I was, like always, I'm always hopeful that there's going to be something, but no trades. I'm watching LPTH, which I think is our lead gapper. Right here, 62 million market cap. Let me see, what was it yesterday? That was included. Yeah, 60 million on Finviz, it says here. Pre-market doing about 20%, and that's kind of just as recently. It was around 15% earlier. 20 million float, 60 million market cap. Technically, the stats are looking good, but it really comes down to the fact, is it going to hold its highs in this area? And is it going to keep running? Because, I mean, 20%, it's not a big mover at the moment. So my hands are a little bit tied with this ticker. RETA, another ticker that was popping up here. A little bit out of my price range in terms of what I would like to be trading. RETA, let's see what this one's hiding. USA Biotech, $3 billion company. Yeah, with that 15% pre-market. I feel like we're about to get a ticker popping up here. 30 million float, that's actually not that bad. So yeah, 3 billion market cap, but 30 billion float makes it tradable for sure. Announces the FDA has asked the company to request a pre-NDA meeting for homoviloxolone. Sounds like a drug for treatment of Friedreich's ataxia. But I'm not stoking. A lot of resistance right above it here at 100. Not sure. It's gonna be a rough. Well, I don't know. Maybe the market open's gonna give us a little bit more. There's not really too much to be looking at, so. We have another ticker, CLRO. I will look at this one as well because sometimes these tickers lately that have not been moving so much pre-market actually end up being some of the better runners, which used to never really be the case, but it is now. The markets and the pre-market action, it always changes. Nothing lasts forever, so you always kind of want to be a little bit nimble here on how you analyze these tickers. As per news, Q1 came out 4 days ago. So yeah, 4 days ago they came out with Q1, but that's it. So it doesn't really have a catalyst. Well, we'll see here. I think this is more of just a dead cat bounce, honestly, in CLRO. Maybe it's going to run to 3. That would be another 20% upside. I don't know. Wow, what is slow pre-mark? I feel like I've said this like 15 times this year, but I think this is the slowest pre-market we've had this year. Definitely this month. Crazy. Corey was saying it. Colby, not Corey. Sorry about that. Colby was saying it as well. But yeah, I think I have to agree. So, slow stuff out here. Maybe we'll get a little bit more exciting open. Otherwise, we'll kind of, play it like yesterday. Yesterday, I think I did 3 or 4 trades yesterday. And then I called it. There's no need to keep on trading. I just walked away and, took my profits and wrapped it up. There's no need to keep pushing it for no reason. So, if that's the same situation today, so be it. Is there a ticker that somehow is not popping up my scanner? Let's see what you guys are bringing up here. LIXT was being called out. LIXT. Technically, it's up like 11% or so. This one's not on my scanner for some reason. Well, because my scanner usually cuts off tickers that aren't moving anymore, so maybe that's why. Okay, let's look up LIXT. We're in kind of that mode where we're just hunting again. This is always my least favorite thing to do, like hunting for tickers, because I feel like, you know, my best trades are usually the most obvious. Like, you know, I'm not looking through a bunch of stuff to try to find the trade. It's usually coming to me. Let's see, on the 18th came out with virtual conference catalyst. Yeah, I don't know, it's not really holding, pretty nasty. Yeah, LIXT, I don't know, maybe it's going to be a bottom bounce here. It did sell off a bit. We have traded this ticker before, definitely has support roughly at 3, but yeah, you could probably hear the enthusiasm in my voice. Looking at LIXT, my eyes just falling out of my head here. So I don't know. Maybe we're not going to trade anything today. I mean, it happens. It's always very rare when that happens, but it's just how it is. You know, you have hot phases, you have, you know, kind of lulls. And right now the overall market's in a bit of a low, specifically the NASDAQ, and definitely small caps, definitely growth tickers. SPACs, I mean, they're all taking a pretty big chilly vanilla vacation, and that's just how it is. Yeah, Coinbase down again. Super far. I think Coinbase under 250 is, me personally, I think it's a pretty big buy. And I would be probably throwing it into my Roth IRA account if that one wasn't fully allocated. Actually, let's just go to our IRA here for a second. We're down 400 today. Yesterday was actually a decent day for our IRA. Actually, it was actually quite nice. Let's go here, charts, current market. Where ACIA really just chilling, GHVI also chilling. IPOE finally a little bit popped to the upside on IPOE with SoFi here, looking for that break of 17, and maybe we'll start that run again. NVVE, this is a ticker we've talked about several times now. Big move off the lows. It looks like it's going to be running higher. You know, good consolidation, holding its highs very well. We were in this one before the IPO, or before the merger from a SPAC, so that's why you don't see my original order here. Unfortunately, we are down a bit with my average price at $13.96. I wanted to average down into this one, but unfortunately I didn't have any funds available for my swing portfolio. That's a bit unfortunate. PaySafe kind of coming off the lows as well. Swift, Osprey Tech. It kind of feels like a lot of these tickers aren't going any lower. Either they're going to go up, having a bounce, you know, or they're just going to disappear, I feel like. So, you know, I think right now is a pretty good shopping time. SPCE, you know, another ticker that I'm quite bullish on. We actually have a very small size on this one, probably looking to, I'm going to look to ride it up over 18, and then we'll see what we want to do around 20 if that happens. THBR, VIH, I mean, look at these. I mean, these companies just pretty much died. XL, this has been one of my least favorite tickers. I originally was trying to sell here, but I missed my exit by literally like a few cents. It was ridiculous. And then I didn't move down my limit order till much later. So that was a big mistake on my end. ZKIN, I have a very small size on this one, but looking for a nice move here back to former resistance, which, you know, just so slow. Yeah. Anywho, that's the swing trade portfolio, which I don't really review right now too much because nothing has happened, right? Nothing new has happened, so I haven't really been talking about it like I usually do. But you know, I've been trying to come out with a few more videos, trying to identify a little bit more trends. So that's what I've been putting a little bit more time into. Yeah, let's go back to the unlimited account, and then I guess we'll keep an eye on LPTH for a bit here. Maybe we'll see a little bit more action coming around. Yeah, Javier, the markets are typically a bit slower in the summer, although last year they were very slow April and May, just like this year, and the summer was actually pretty good. 2020 summer was a really good summer, and I guess this is what I'm putting my guesses on, is because everybody was in lockdown. What do you do when you're home all day? Let me finally try to, open that stock account that I've been always kind of putting off. And I think there was a lot of new day traders and a lot of new investors into the market 2020. So we'll see how it pans out this year. I don't think this summer is going to be as active as last summer because lockdowns, or governments and societies are opening up. They're getting out of lockdown. So I think, sitting at home in the summertime is not exactly what's on the top list of a lot of people. But we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, boss says Kathy Wood sold Apple to buy more Coinbase. Yeah, that's true. I think it's a little bit crazy that a lot of the news here on TD Ameritrade is like what Kathy Wood is doing. I feel like, what is this sheep news? Like we're all just following Kathy Wood. It's ridiculous. I don't know. Like if you go, I don't know, there's a few tickers and right here it just says, sometimes it just pops up again and again and again. For example, with Coin, wow, dipping even lower here at 214. Coin is falling off a cliff right now. Coin could actually be a really good day trade here. I think right now it's really extended here. They did a second, check out the video from yesterday. I was talking about convertible notes on Coin. And I was thinking, it was a bit weird since they're sitting on a pile of cash and I didn't really understand it so much. But they're trying to diversify their kind of product listings. So okay, well maybe they're really trying to they're trying to pull off an Amazon where they just have so much money and then they just invest and pretty much out offer other people by just throwing money at it. So I think that's kind of the route. But then they did a second convertible note, and I'm like, what's going on here? Like where's the what we're gonna do with this additional $2.5 billion? So I'm a little bit trying to figure out what's going on. But yeah, I mean a lot of this news, not so much today, but sometimes it's just one article after another about what Kathy Wood is up to. Here's it: Kathy Wood cuts Apple stake almost entirely and buys more Coinbase. Yeah, for example. So yeah, we'll see. But that's kind of the news on that. It's just crazy how much Coinbase has been selling off. Nice little bounce there on Coin. Yeah, 212. That's insane. Absolutely insane. Then again, there's technically a bunch of dilution going on right now, so that's just how it, that's also a really, really important point. Yeah, Michael, it's super true. It's the coin sell-off is a little bit like insane, but I think the valuation was very, very high. So, I'm not surprised that we, let's say, went below, I don't know, 350, 300, but I feel like at this point, it's way, way too extended too quickly to the downside. So I'm a little bit skeptical with this sell-off. I'm not sure if we're going to really be chilling in these low 200s. I don't know. I could be totally wrong. Maybe we're going to break 200. It just doesn't really feel right. So it almost feels like there's just, I don't know, massive hidden selling that's maybe trying to shake out weak hands to, accumulate later. I don't know. We'll see. I'll definitely stay on the topic and see what else kind of research we can dig out of it. It's definitely fun to follow. I find following Coinbase extremely entertaining. I'm not really sure why. Robinhood is with plans of IPOing. So if you guys are curious, I probably will be following up on Robinhood IPO and seeing how much we can compare the two. I know, they're not really in the same world so much, but there's a few things that overlap. So I think following up on the Robinhood IPO is going to be good fun to watch as well. They're following a more traditional IPO path. Colby says Coinbase equals Citadel. Thoughts on Tesla for a swing? You know what? I don't really look into Tesla that much for swing trading. What I like to do on Tesla, and I've said this many times, especially on tickers like Apple, Tesla, even Pfizer, I don't really swing trade them. I really just kind of accumulate them in an investment portfolio with plans of selling in 2 to 3 years. So I've noticed that I really trip over myself when I day trade a stock that I'm swing trading, or I'm swing trading or day trading a stock that I'm investing in. I don't do very good at it because I have this deep bias that the stock will go up, which probably, to the most part is true when you're long term. But that doesn't mean it's not going to go down 70% in the next few weeks or months. So it messes up my day trading. That's why I love day trading small cap stocks that for the most part are pretty ridiculous companies, or they're biotechs that just bleed so much cash. Because that way it's so easy for me to cut my losses. I have zero emotional attachment to these companies, and usually every day we get a new assortment of these companies. So it's just like, it's a really nice, healthy turnover. When I was day trading, let's say Litecoin for about 3 years, like sometimes you'd start tripping over yourself because you have some crypto for long-term investing, but then at the same time you're day trading it, and then you trip over yourself. I tripped over myself many times with day trading Litecoin. So going back to day trading stocks, small cap stocks specifically, I found it to be very, very nice because I don't have that emotional attachment. Hopefully that wasn't too much of a rant there, but I've been thinking about that for a lot, for a long time. Let's go ahead and review a little bit of news so we are all on the same page here before the market opens. Did you guys just see that from, we'll go back to it in a second, Morning Brew. Let's see here, QAnon popping up, masks guidance, as the U.S. is basically saying, you don't have to wear masks anymore in certain regions, a lot of people, or the Center for Disease and Control, CDC, a lot of people are just leaving it up, which, to some extent, if I was like a cashier or something, probably wouldn't bother me at all. I'd be like, heck yeah, leave that plastic thing up. It's a nice little divider there, but... Let's see what else is going on. European Union will open to visitors fully vaccinated against COVID-19. That's definitely been a big topic. Right now, anyone could get vaccinated in Germany, but it's not as easy. I'm trying to get vaccinated, and every place is booked out. And I think for the next few weeks, it's going to be very, very difficult. You basically need a Hausarzt, or what's it called? I don't know, your local doctor, or I don't even know the word in English, but basically your family doctor, I guess, is the equivalent maybe. And you need one of those, and they're all booked out, and it's not as easy as it sounds. I'm hoping within the next few weeks it'll be easier to get an appointment, but that's the current situation. And then you have to, they have a lot of AstraZeneca, so you kind of want BioNTech, so then you have to figure out who's got what. So yeah, you can get vaccinated, but it's not as easy as it sounds. U.S. stock futures slip with tech leading losses. Yep, we all know that. There's no surprise there. Nasdaq's down like always. Hedge funds increased bets on private companies. That might be referring to Robinhood going public. SPAC sell-off. Yep. Nothing really, I would say, that we don't know. EU to reopen for travel, easing rules for visits from U.S. It's crazy how long the U.S.-European ban has gone up with flying between the two places. It's been an absolute headache for me and my girlfriend, because I could go to the U.S. because I'm a U.S. citizen, but she can't because she's a German citizen. So it's just like a total headache, and that's why we were going to go to Mexico and do that whole thing. But yeah, it's a little more complicated than you think. Let's quickly scroll up here. It's 9:21, so we got plenty of time before the market opens. Net zero news, zero emissions. Look at this. Teens entering the stock market. I wish this was a thing when I was a teenager. Fidelity just launched trading accounts for 13 to 17-year-olds. What? This means teens can open an account to make deposits, use a debit card, or trade stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, blah, blah, blah. Crazy. That is crazy. That is absolutely insane. Investors opened 4.1 million new brokerage accounts on Fidelity last quarter, and 1.6 of those million were run by people younger than 35. 223% annual increase. That's crazy. I think Fidelity is onto something here, which probably means they're going to update their trading platforms, because I don't think their trading platforms are speaking to the younger crowd. Look at this. I thought this was quite interesting here on Google. On Google search, you will be able to search skin, hair, and nail issues by uploading close-up pics to Google's AI dermatologist. That's pretty wild. I wonder how accurate that's going to be. But heck, that's really interesting. What I really like to do on my Google Photos is like type in mustache, and then I see all the pictures where I have a mustache. I find that quite entertaining. Let's see what else is going here. KPIs. Fewer than 14, let's read some of these. Fewer than 14% of U.S. restaurants have closed permanently or long-term due to COVID, far lower than experts' initial projections, about 33%. I would like to know what the normal annual rate for closing of restaurants is, but 14%, fewer than 14%. In case anyone ever asks you at a dinner party, now you know. Fewer than 14% of U.S. restaurants have closed permanently or long-term due to COVID. Quote, it's not the office, it's the commute. Some food for thought on future or remote work for writer Dror Poleg. Okay. How a New York City restaurant loses money on a $14 sandwich? That's a freaking good question. Okay, what's else going on here? Prime time for MGM. Yeah, we actually talked about this, I think it was yesterday, where Amazon was looking to acquire MGM Studios. And that's because Amazon Streamer, what is that, Amazon Video or whatnot, what's called, they're on a massive streaming service. My biggest problem with using Amazon as a streaming service is that it's super... it's a mess. It's an absolute disaster. So let's say you want to watch a movie in I don't know, a different language or with different subtitles. You don't just select your settings. There's 20 thumbnails, and you have to select the right thumbnail with the right subtitles. It's a freaking disaster. I don't know. It's crazy how a company like Amazon, who does so many things so well, but then just the organization of the videos is just the biggest headache in the world. Oh well, that's a bit of a tangent here. $9 billion terms. That's crazy. Crazy stuff. Scroll down here a little bit more. Bank of America is raising its minimum wage to $25 an hour with a current rate of $20 an hour by 2025. Wow, okay. Lamborghini reveals its plans for an electric future, including gas, electric hybrid models. of its entire lineup 2024. Sounds like a little bit late to the game there. John, I see that comment. Visit your Ukrainian ex. They have a Sputnik 5. Yeah, and according to the World Health Organization, the Sputnik 5 is right up there with BioNTech. I was like, this seems very political. Like, is it really? I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Who knows? But the Sputnik 5, I was, when I saw that article from the World Health Organization, I just couldn't really believe it. I think, Matt, I see your comment. These kids are going to lose to hedge funds. I think, yeah, probably they're probably going to lose money, but that's totally fine because they don't have that much money to lose, right? You give them $1,000 or $100 or whatever, they lose it. You do it again, they lose it again. But you know, every time they learn more money, then they learn more lessons that they're going to learn than their whole entire college career, which is way more expensive. So I think it's actually a great investment. I mean, I think, you know, if you start investing or you start day trading with $100,000, you're going to lose that $100,000, and that's going to be a very expensive lesson. Even though it's the same lesson, those kids are going to learn losing $100 or $1,000. So, you know, the earlier you start in the markets, the better, for sure. As long as the kids don't have access to margin. That says, yeah, margin is definitely unnecessary. Well, it's required if you're shorting, but yeah, maybe no multiples of margin. So like no more than 1 to 1. All right, we got another 2.5 minutes here, and the markets are still looking extremely uninteresting in terms of small cap activity. So I'm not sure if we're going to even do much trading here. If we don't, we'll just kind of be chilling here. Bitcoin tumbles below $40,000 after China issues crypto warning. Let's see what else is going on here. I think that Google I/O is just very interesting. All right, well, let's Alphabet went up a little bit, Silver went down. Bitcoin back in the top 10. Look at their market cap. They were just at like 1.1, 1.2 trillion. Now they're at 700 billion. They've dropped 33% in the last 7 days. That's just absolutely wild. Another minute and a half here before the market opens. Doge no longer in the top 5. They had a pretty ferocious dip recently. Let's just, can we zoom in on here? Yeah, we can. I almost never use the coin market cap chart, so sometimes I'm like, wait, what am I doing on this thing? Yeah, they're dipping a little bit. Trading view. Okay, that feels much better. Candlestick chart. Yeah, wow, look at that. What a dip today. 50% down. This is who's that guy on YouTube that was appearing everywhere? The Dogecoin millionaire. I mean, he's down at least 500,000 today. Woo-wee. He was waiting for it to hit $1. I think that's what he was saying. All right, well, let's get back here. Another 30 seconds before the market opens. Time of force today. Calm and collected. No really reason to do anything quick today. I think we'll see what happens at the opening bell. But yeah, for now, let's keep it simple. Good luck, guys. LPTH, it's trying. Definitely trying. 3% bounce off the lows is not bad. ADXS popping up here as well, sub dollar, but it's got some energy in it. Biotech, 60 million market cap, 120 float. Annual meeting news. Not seeing a catalyst, but good upside potential here. Whew. Fleshy, fleshy. Holding, it's holding though. I don't see the catalyst on this one. I don't see anything, but it bounced back up, so there's buyers here, decent buyers. See if we can get a small fill here. Small size, very, very small size. Maybe we'll be averaging down here. These tickers are always really tough to trade because of the spread. Looking for that move over 0.64. Still have a very small size on this one. Yep. Slow. Nice little breakout on ADXS. See if we get some continuation. All markets are down quite a bit, so you want to be a little bit careful when the markets are down like that. Sometimes there's TOS issues. LPTH had a nice little move though. LPTH and ADXS, both of which are looking like our main gappers right now. Small trade on ADXS, very, very small trade, just kind of getting my feet wet a little bit. LPTH struggling a little bit here. I wasn't holding ADXS long. Usually I'm not trading sub dollars. I'm not sure why LIXT is not on my scanners. It's not popping on my scanners. 3 million float is not bad. Had a great pullback, good little continuation. It's in a nice price range. Possible upside to 4. Yeah, I'm not sure why LIXT is not on my scanner. Maybe on TUS, if you guys are using the same scanner I am, are you guys having the same issues? Okay, yeah, so it looks like there is some sort of TOS issue with that ticker. Well, at least that's the pro of having, you know, the community here, so we can all kind of double check each other. It's really a huge advantage. So I'm very thankful for that. Nice little pullback on ADXS. Possible upside to 7. We got a little bit of pre-market resistance here at 676. Possible breakout. Good to know, Cody. No worries. Yeah, USA Biotech. Thanks for Molly. Big move there on LPTH. This was our lead gapper, USA Electronics, 20 million float. Announced participation in the Mars exploration program, so it's an interesting catalyst here. Possible upside till 3. Let's see if we can get a size here. Quick pullback, support at 79. Probably should have not taken my eyes off of ADX. That's really nice little moves there. $938. ADXS consolidating a little bit, having its first bigger pullback. Same with LPTH, finding support at that 79 again. People are saying TOS is lagging. Space is selling off a little bit as well. Whoo-wee! Space is one. I'm gonna have to throw that into my investment portfolio. Definitely wish I could add more in my swing portfolio, but that is fully allocated. A lot of people are saying TOS is lagging right now. Yeah, the markets are selling off quite a bit. That's going to usually cause quite a heavy amount of TOS lag, which is always a little bit hectic and unfortunate, that's for sure. Nice breakout there on LPTH. I wanted to buy this one several times. Somehow I didn't get behind it quick enough. ADXS selling off still. Your guys' ticker LIXT. You know, pre-market action was just really rough on this one, and it's still struggling a little bit. I don't know, maybe this is going to be a bit of a pullback here, 5-minute support, but volume quite light on it. LPTH is, to me, much more interesting, and I probably should have just been focused on this one the whole time, but I don't know. Overall, I'm not really blown away by anything, so missing it isn't really giving me too much FOMO. No, Aaron, definitely not. Small caps are great just in bear markets all the same. So even if there is a long-term bear market, we actually had some of our best trading during the COVID pullbacks. I don't think I got aggressive as I should have. Oh well. It shouldn't be lagging. I don't have any drop frames at the moment, so I'm actually getting like perfectly zero drop frames, which is almost rare. So there shouldn't be any stream lag. It is unfortunate to hear that you are having issues with that. Welcome back, Michael, Michael Lombardo. Doing great. Check out the monthly recaps if you want to get totally back on track very quickly. Probably take, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours, or maybe an hour if you watch on ×2 speed. Get totally caught up to date, see everything that's been going on in the monthly recaps. And if you're into day trading, I think it could be very, very helpful. I try to really always pick out really important lessons. I think the last monthly recap, though, I was probably rambling a little too much. I was kind of drinking the whole time, but it's fine. Nice little pullback here, LPTH. Kind of a stronger pullback. Doesn't look like it's going to get halted, though. 20 million float. With that really interesting Mars exploration program participation that came out yesterday at 4 p.m., it's hard to gauge that catalyst, to be honest. Final countdown, I hate when that happens. I've been in that situation several times. I'm usually pretty reluctant to trade when there's TOS lag. I mean, you guys know I have so many videos about getting burnt on TOS that it's really not much to say about it that you guys don't already know. Sometimes I watch different tickers from, previous days. I'm just browsing charts, and sometimes, you can find some good little moves. VXX, nice little kind of pop here. Not my classic ticker I'll be trading. RETA, making decent moves as well. We were looking at this ticker pre-market. Big resistance at 100. Looks like it's reached I'm still kind of bullish that LPTH might reach $3. I would like to see that. Oh, by the way, I did see that I have several unread messages on LinkedIn today. I mean, not LinkedIn, on Instagram. I almost never check my DMs on Instagram, so I apologize for that. So I probably will today or tomorrow go through those. Just want a little heads up. Is Mosy back from the dead? I keep watching LPTH thinking I should be trading it. Let's see, MOSY, yeah. Spotty volume though. But the spread's not super bad. Ha! I don't know. Oh boy. Watching for a potential setup here on LPTH at 7.5. Broke 7.5 though, kind of fast. Let's keep watching it here. LIXT really getting pummeled now. This one didn't even reach our scanners, so I already felt like there was something shady going on it. But there could be a great bounce here at 311. Big time support here on this ticker at 311 or 310 roughly. This could be a nice little zone. ADXS selling off LPTH. I've never traded the VIX, but I think there's ETFs attached to it. I would have to look it up. I've never traded it. Let's see here. VXX. Short-term futures on it. Yeah, the VIX ETF. You could trade it. Actually, pretty nice price action. Nice bounce on LPTH, man. If there was one ticker I snoozed on today, it was this one, without a question. I think today's just going to be a small green day. I'm going to just wrap it up. I don't know. Pretty much a scratch day. I only did one trade. Pretty much the same as no trades. Yeah, guys, today's really one of those days where like there's no need to gun it. I think LPTH had some really good opportunities and I snoozed on all of them. So I'm a little disappointed in myself on that, but overall, I mean, I think yeah, I don't know. The opportunities were slim pickings, so I don't really have so much FOMO. UVXY. Yeah, saying it today's not a good day really for small cap breakouts, momentum trading, because all those things don't exist today. I mean, you could argue LPTH, you know, small cap. You know, this is probably the best one. We did actually have a nice breakout over 7.5. Good little run here, but we're always looking for tickers with a fast rate of change. And a ticker with a fast rate of change, this move here would be like 20, 30%. And here on LPTH, it's 8%. So it's a little bit, it's very light action, which is fine. I mean, these are just days we have to go through, which is totally fine, because pre-market today, I was just doing a bunch of research on swing trades and stuff. So, you know, you can also, you know, kind of, once you kind of understand that you're just slow days, you kind of accept it, and then you just do something else. The worst thing usually to do, and I oftentimes fall victim to it myself pre-market, is keep trying to do what you kind of not should be doing, but you know what you do to make money. So as a small cap trader, you want to trade small caps, but if there's nothing to trade and you still try to trade small caps, then you put yourself in tight positions, you trade chop, you lose money. So you just try to do something else instead entirely. It's just really weird, because there's not a lot of jobs in this world where you go to, and to do the best work, you have to not do your job. It's a bit weird. So I think that's a psychological thing that messes with me all the time. But yeah, the best thing you can do is nothing. it's like no, I want to trade. Hectic, stressful. So LPTH, by far the best looking ticker here, and the one ticker that I have not traded, well, not the one, but one of the tickers I have not traded, so that's a little bit unfortunate. Right now it is flushing a little bit, a lot of sell volume coming in here. Kind of looks like it might see a double bottom at one point, but I'm still somewhat optimistic that we're going to run up to $3. So let's kind of see how this performs and go from there. The yellow line on my charts and the salmon line is the 2 deviations of VWAP. So they're not so important. I don't usually look at them that much. They just kind of came with VWAP. I probably should just remove them, but I kind of left them there to see how I feel about it. Anyway, they're 2 deviations of VWAP. I think I probably should remove them, because I think they mess up my breakout trading. I think they make me a little bit too conservative, because maybe sometimes subconsciously I see resistance. And ultimately, many times, we break that, and then we'll start riding above for, I don't know, 2-3 pullbacks above the standard deviation, and then I'm not trading it anymore because I probably feel like there's too much risk. So I probably should remove it, but I don't know. So, sometimes you also kind of get used to something, and then you don't want to throw yourself off. But I should give it some serious thought. Yeah, Ginaubin, I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but I really like that way to think about it. For anyone watching this on playback and don't see the chat, I would argue the job, quote unquote, is refining the strategies. Trading is the afterthought. That's super, super true. I like that. Trading is, I think Timothy Sykes said this, where like you should just be a retired trader and you should only take a trade. You should only come out of retirement when the perfect setup is there. And I think when I first started trading many years ago, I think I heard that, and it's always stuck in my mind. And for a long time, like, it didn't really make sense. I mean, of course it made sense. Like, yeah, of course, look for the best setups. But like, I think as you trade longer and longer and longer, you're like, you know what? Like, if I could just minus a lot of the red, I would be, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a better trader. So you start realizing how bad red trades are, and maybe not cutting your losses quick enough. So yeah, retired trader makes a lot of sense. Mosy being called out a lot. I suppose I should give it a look-see. Nice little rip there. Great rip there. 8% buff. Mosy's a USA semiconductor company. Yeah, really making some good moves here. Good call out, guys. 15 million Well, pre-market wasn't really doing anything. 50 million float. This is what I was referring to. Pre-market, we've been seeing a lot of snoozers that actually end up being the nicest ones. Less than a 4 million float. That's pretty legit. They have a catalyst here on the 17th. Announces optimized P4 pipeline support for Stellar packet classification platform IP for FPGAs. Huge move there on MOSY. Up 26% on the day. My scanner doesn't have it yet, but we could refresh it. Should pick it up. Great action there on Mosy. Breaking huge resistance as well. Relative volume is kind of light, but that's because it wasn't really trading pre-market. I feel like if it was trading pre-market, it would have had maybe a bit more volume. But actually last time it took off after pre-market as well. Consolidated a bit. Big breakout here. 957. Could give us some opportunity. Huge move. This might get halted. Might get halted at 13. Halted there at 516. There we go. Nice, great entry, Jason. Nice, nice. Looking good. I like what I'm seeing. Nice, Mark. You nailed that one. Congrats, man. You're a big time, huge home runner, man. Sweet. All the other tickers are kind of selling off here. Mosy's really the one leading the pack. Mosy's going to open up at 10:02 pretty much. 10:03 more or less. 10:02:54. So we got pretty much 3 minutes before this ticker opens up, and then we're going to probably keep on running here. 4 million float, so it has that spike ability. 15 million market cap, USA Semiconductor. Announces optimized P4 pipeline support for Stellar packet classification platform IP. Hot market for sure for those semiconductor, anything in that area. Up 84% from the lows. We definitely have a decent amount of resistance at 6. And then we come here to the 4 hour. We can also see some pretty heavy resistance. A bit before that, I would probably argue around 5.5. So let's go ahead and mark that area as well. And around 6:30, 6:40, looks to be something else. 650 maybe. So those are the 3 next zones I'm going to be looking at for MOSY. Let's see what kind of action we can crank out of this. Another minute and a half before MOSY opens up. There you can see it, Mosy. So typically it's always a 5-minute hold first. Let's see how this one opens up. Should be good fun. I would probably consider doing small size on it, since it's kind of the lead gapper that is, well, kind of the only lead gapper. We'll see what kind of move we get. Volume still piling on. LPTH is having its big sell-off. Might actually be a good little bounce zone coming up on it. Wow, instant open to 526. Struggling a little right now. Oof. Just kidding. Breaks instantly higher on light volume though. Let's see what it goes from here. A little bit top heavy there at 5.4. It pretty much reached that first target of 5.5 that we were looking for. 10 cents shy, but that's not a big deal. Wow, yeah, big volume actually coming in now. 9 seconds left. Can we see that break of 5.5? Congrats to any longs on this one. Huge. Love seeing that action. I feel like we've been waiting long enough for some sort of action. Running to that next zone of $6 that we were talking about. We have 5.56 and then roughly 6.50 as well as former support and resistance zones that we're very quickly reaching. LPTH still selling off, a little bit of scalp potential to the downside, but just not really that interesting. Mosy up 50% here on the day. %20 move, really good. That's the action we're always waiting for. ADXS really taking off right now. Good volume on that one. Getting a little bit of late action momentum kind of across the board. Also LPTH. This is one we were talking about for a possible dip trade just now. ADXS, sub dollar, breaking back above VWAP. High relative volume today. With that possibility of running to 0.7. Heck yeah, Mark. Big congratulations on that one. Awesome sell as well. Really, really sweet. 2.5K in the bank. Boom. Heck yeah, man. Yeah, Ramoli, I totally agree with that. I think we just, guys, I think we literally just witnessed the capitulation in the crypto space, and then also a bit with potentially coin, and I don't know what VIH looks like. Did VIH sell off as well? Yeah, VIH finally broke 10. I think that could have been it. I think that could have been the bottom that we just saw. Coin went down to 208. Cryptos literally just fell off a cliff across the board on all sectors, it feels like. Bitcoin down 18% right now, but everything's bouncing. Guys, I think we just witnessed capitulation. We might see multiple days of green coming up. Yeah, ADX is looking pretty sweet. Mosy's got a terribly intense spread. Oh yeah, Ben, that's always, we've all been there, and many of us are there right now. I mean, that's like the story of my swing trade portfolio for the last 2 months. Bounce off of the 9 EMA on Mosy, 4% move higher already. Flag pattern setting up. Might see a little bit of continuation. I haven't watched Lordstown Motors in quite some time. These people, I was actually looking at them pre-market just very quickly. Huge sell-off, just like Space. I think Space is in the same position as RIDE in terms of price action. A lot of these tickers I feel like are just bottoming out. They're down, 50, 60, 80% like Space and Ride. So I think they're just in great dip buy opportunity zones for so many of these tickers. Bit of a sell-off here again on ADXS. Mosy is either flagging out or gonna dip a bit lower maybe before it has another attempt. Very light volume on this ticker. I feel like there's quite a lot of opportunities still just staring at us. I kind of wanted to keep trading LPTH. I really missed this bounce off of 2.6, 2.57 almost. I was literally just talking about it, and then I was looking at a different ticker, and I missed this move. I feel more regret missing LPTH move than Mosy, because my eyes were on it, and then I didn't pull the trigger on it. With Mosy, I kind of came to it a little bit too late. So it is what it is, but yeah, I don't know. Slow trading, I think, for me today. So I might go ahead and wrap up that puppy and call it. If I do keep trading, guys, I will be in the Discord. Don't forget, you can join the Discord for totally free at tradejournal.co/connect. We got some good action coming up here, and it seems like a lot of swing trades are kind of wrapping up as well. It looks like we've seen a lot of bottoms with space, with Cody calling out ride. It just seems like there's some big moves off the lows right now. And you know, how much more can these tickers go down after selling off 80%? So let's see what we kind of get. So yeah, I only did one trade today. It's been a long time since I've only done one trade. I bought this pullback here, and I didn't even hold for the breakout because, yeah, I don't know. Tiny size and just no conviction here today for me personally. It is what it is. Once I see a little bit more action like Mosy popping up more, then I'm going to start getting more aggressive myself. But for now, I'm just going to call it pretty much a no trading day. And yeah, gear up. So we're up $35 today. It is what it is. So pretty much just a day where we're watching the market, seeing what we can learn and position ourselves. Maybe tomorrow, Thursday, we're going to get a little bit more action. I wouldn't be surprised because the last few days have been a bit slow. So, it's always a little bit cyclical. All right, guys, I think that's going to wrap it up here. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to drop a like on the way out. Easiest way to support the channel. I'll see you guys first thing tomorrow morning to trade Thursdays open. And yeah, guys, like always, stay safe, make some awesome trades. Ciao, ciao, guys. Peace.